everyone, this is Crestfallen Boy here, bringing you a live stream of some Darksiders 3 gameplay. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream on this channel, but nonetheless I wanted to come together on this fine Sunday morning and you know, just play some games. It's really hard for me to stream now with my family. You know, I've just got a lot going on. My finances have kind of taken a hit with but you know, I still enjoy playing games. I don't really have the financial luxury of buying new games. I did pre-order Borderlands 3 about seems like a year ago. But that's the new game. It is coming out this Friday, so I'm excited about that. But other than that, I really haven't posted anything. I am looking forward to one day buying Remnant from the Ashes. A lot of my friends are playing that, and it seems like a really fun game. Yeah, lately I've been playing the PlayStation Plus free games. Last month I played a lot of Sniper Elite 4, which was really fun. I enjoyed that, and I've been playing Darksiders 3 for the last 2 weeks. You know, week and a half. You know, this is a really fun hack and slash game. So, hey, with all that being said, let's dive in. Okay, unashamedly, I've always been a huge hack and slash fan. I've always liked the old school God of War games. You know, just that hack and slash combat I've always enjoyed. This game does a really good job of it. The one thing I like about this game, though, is compared to other hack and slash games, is it's extremely difficult. Actually, it has a lot of callback to Dark Souls. And as you know, Dark Souls is one of my favorite game series of all time. But yeah, this game right here has essentially the same checkpoint system in which if you die, you spawn all the way back to the latest like motion shop or Borgum location or whatever, which requires you to lose a lot of progress. The enemies are extremely fast, so you have to really read the attack patterns and kind of, you know, plan your next move. But yeah, it's extremely difficult. So, a little bit of history on Darksiders. Darksiders is a series that was developed by Nordic, THQ Nordic Games, and it's actually a very underrated film series, and I really enjoy it, man. I've always been a really big Darksiders fan. A lot of people didn't really like this game, and that's why I call it underrated, but you know, we've gotten 3 games so far in the series, and every one of them, you know, involved a different horseman of the apocalypse, which is really cool. And right now, this is Darksiders 3, and this involves Fury, which is the female, the sister of the apocalypse. Darksiders 1 featured war, and then Darksiders 2 featured death. Darksiders 2 had a lot of RPG elements and like Diablo style kind of gameplay where it focused more on loot and stuff. Darksiders 1 focused more on Zelda gameplay. This one seemed to be a little bit more inspired by Dark Souls and Metroid games because it's more of a dungeon crawler. Which is very cool, actually. Look at this enemy up here. Kind of reminds you of the spiders from Borderlands. Not Borderlands, I'm sorry. The spiders from Bloodborne. You know, that hang on the ceilings in the chalice dungeons. Yeah. Look at these guys, man. I'm not in no rush. So as you can see, very remnant of Bloodborne challenge dungeons with the exploration. There's a lot of Dark Souls combat to the location because there's a lot of branching pathways that you can like shortcut that will give you to the next level, so to speak. So it's really cool. Okay, find out what this guy's gonna do. I like Fury's whip. He is a very remnant of God of War, which is really cool. I just want to kill that guy for respite. Respite is basically your Estus flask, so to speak. You can regenerate them from killing like certain enemies or whatever. That gets me every time. Go ahead and heal up. We are playing on the apocalyptic difficulty, which is one of the higher difficulties. I beat the game twice on normal, and yeah, I feel pretty good about where I am as far as stat-wise. Look at this guy right here.
Being observed
and
is literally
skill-wise, I feel pretty confident, but I will tell you this game is much more difficult than the other games in the series. I will tell you that, straight up. This game is difficult. These enemies, I died about 40 to 50 times my first time playing the game. The bosses are a lot of fun. I will tell you though, is you can get swarmed by enemies. This game requires more, oh man. Let me see if I can pull these guys. See if I can get these guys to kind of... So as you can see, it can get pretty hairy with the difficulty. Now granted, I am focusing more on damage versus health. I did do a lot with health last my first playthrough. I invested my health. This time I'm trying to focus more on doing more damage. I don't know, I do need to pump up some points in the health. And we'll be doing that here shortly. We got a Volgrim location coming. Good old Volgrim. He is a guy that has... Oh, hello. If you can get combos, you can do a lot of damage. I like the slowdown mechanic. There's a boss we're going to be fighting later in the game.
It's a terrible sight to behold. I think I may be sick.
But yeah, we'll fight him later. He's a pretty fun boss. Okay, so now we've landed a bonfire, and you see the little red icon means that my game is saved, so that means when I do die, I will spawn here. Okay, so let's go ahead and spend some souls, so to speak. Oh man, this game is so much like Dark Souls, it's not even funny. Okay. Go ahead and pop up the rest of this and feed it. Alright, so now let's go ahead and make this 5. And then we'll do this 5 and then I'll start pumping this to maybe 3 and then start focusing on more damage. But I want to focus more on a damage-based style of gameplay since I am a little bit better with the dodging. But I will tell you though, in the later game levels, it can get pretty hairy. The enemies can one-shot you, even with 20-bit. Alright, like these guys right here. Okay, got that guy, got a respite. Good stuff. Got an upgrade material. And we'll go ahead and throw this guy down here, because I remember now. Yeah, throw him down here. I'm just gonna drop him. There you go. Now he'll go there. We will not spawn that guy right now. Alright, now this guy is gonna be a tough one. Alright, the black enemies that have the red glowing eyes are extremely difficult. Ooh. There it is, that's the stuff you wanna do. Yeah. Ooh. That's always nice to have them die like that. Alright, should be getting a respite coming this way eventually. That was pretty neat. Okay, perfect. Alright. Got a little location here. We can rescue some humans that have lost their way. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, like I was saying earlier, yeah, the Darksiders franchise is basically centered around the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So in the first game, War was essentially betrayed by the Charred Council whom he worked for. And the Charred Council, you know, blamed War for bringing the apocalypse on Earth. And so, you know, in the first game we had to basically navigate and, you know, fight, you know, basically, you know, fight the battle or whatever, and, you know, I don't know, it's been so long since I played Darksiders 1, but that was essentially the story. But anyway, at the end of the game, you know, War defeats the angel that had turned bad, and he, the Charred Council ended up imprisoning him. Alright, well, in the second game, which is a sequel, the brother Death wanted to rescue War from the Charred Council, and because he was, you know, innocent. He wanted to free him of his crime, so he spent the entire game trying to work on, you know, freeing War. And then in this one, it's basically set in between the events. War is imprisoned, but Death hasn't, you know, done his adventure, whatever, in game 2. So this is Fury trying to, you know, basically capture all of the 7 deadly sins, which is what she's working on right now. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Go ahead and use my habit form. Go ahead and knock him out of the park.
What it means to live once, to face a world only for a brief time.
Anyway, that's why Arcane is one of the most important stats, because it can really, really do some damage. Alright, go ahead and let this guy. Alright. Okay. Now we just gotta get our habit back. Ooh, yes sir. That's always nice to have. These are little things like, you know, souls that if you die, that's where they go. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the note area. There we go. So, this game honestly did not sell well. And you know, it's really no surprise. Not a lot of people really know about this franchise or even cared really enough to play it. But kind of saddened me because of the state of hack and slash games. I just, you know, they're really a thing of the past now, you know, and more people are, you know, into the online multiplayer stuff and the, you know, the third-person shooter and the Call of Duty and all those kind of games, you know, RPG games, heavy RPG games. You know, games like this just doesn't really get a lot of love, you know, and it's a shame. It really is. I hate it. I just, oh man, you know, because it really is a fun game to play. It really is. And I do think it being on PlayStation Plus kind of confirms that it did not sell well, because it was released less than a year ago, and it's now on PlayStation Plus, which is an indication that it did not sell well, which is really no surprise. But I don't know. I hate it. I really do.
Music to my ears.
Feel the burn of
Okay, we got this dude here, one of the 7 deadly that we didn't have to fight.
Dismembering angels.
We all need a hobby.
So this guy, man,
I hope you've left something for me. I'll try.
dude's
not to
such a
enjoy
badass,
this
man.
too much.
She talks so much crap. I love it.
Oh, that is
Alright, let's
unfortunate.
here we go.
Take the sting of my whip.
I can pet. Ooh. Sad you can see the attack pattern delayed sometimes. So as you can see, you know, the fact that I was able to, you know, get the dodge timing down is actually really helpful, especially in the apocalyptic difficulty. But I will tell you though, it is extremely difficult because it's so fast. It is so fast, really fast actually. That, you know, it does take some getting used to. Okay, poor Rampage. Which is a shame. Now, how's she now a horseman with no horse, you know? It's a shame.
It's funny what you remember in between screams. My siblings used to refer to you as the dumb one. Yes! The harder you fight, the stronger I get.
Uh-oh. She is not happy.
You think you're angry? You barely scratched the surface.
Then let me dig.
We were set up. War. The others. There are great forces at work here. Watcher, help.
Uh-oh.
Something is wrong with the world. Delicate order is imbalanced.
Now we're about to meet the Lord of Hollows, who is essentially our trainer, guy that provides us with really cool powers, so to speak. So it's really neat. You know, I will tell you that
Now I ask of both
the force powers do come in really handy, and my favorite one is the one who's actually fixing to give you right now.
The tenants of the Hollow demand it.
I'm not sure if this guy's good or bad. I've never played through it twice, and I still don't know.
You have
It
both
just-
fought this war since
I don't know.
the dawn.
Either he's good or either he's bad. I'm not real sure.
Yet,
I do know that
immortality prevents the
gives
ultimate.
pretty sweet powers, though.
The Lord of the Hollows alone can bestow upon you this gift. The final release.
Well,
No longer will your soul
I think later on, for time purposes and you know to do the core gameplay, is I'm going to
they are now mine.
I am on skip the cutscenes, so to speak, but they can be pretty long. This game, for a hack and slash game, has a surprisingly large amount of cutscenes, which is crazy actually. But I will tell you though, if you're looking for a game to spend about a week on and play through, about 10, 12 hours, 15 hours, for a nice little hack and slash fun action, you can't go wrong with this game. And it's free right now, especially if you have PlayStation Plus. You know, that's an added bonus. So it really is
I alone
fun, very fun. It's
What did you do to them?
it does
that they did not wish for.
require some patience and timing.
You wear your ignorance
But
on
I think
your
you'll
face.
I think you guys will really enjoy it if you
Of this
stick with it.
so-called war for balance.
It was a lot of fun. The bosses are a lot of fun. I mean, heck, that last fight, even though, you know, I know what to do now and I'm not dying left and right, it's fun now.
This only confirms what I already held to be true. You are just a puppet. The Council is playing you to further their own machinations.
Enough! Unlike you, I have not come to this place for personal gain. The 7 deadly sins must be eliminated once and for all to protect the balance you mock. I will not be deterred.
She speaks the truth, O Lord, and she is tenacious to say the least.
Your words carry no weight with me. They stink of lies.
Alright, so I guess now we're gonna fight these skeletons for really no reason. Other than they break up the monotony of the cutscenes, I guess. I don't know. So, okay, sure. When I first played these games, I thought these guys were about to whoop my butt, but they're actually pretty easy. They die in one hit, so it's kind of stupid. But they do swarm you though. Do get a respite out of it though, that's nice. Are they even doing any damage? Doesn't seem like it. Anyway, there we go.
This is more than a test of battle.
A demonstration, horseman. You wasn't quick to combat. Your whip ready to crack. True righteousness requires true insight. If this was a test, you have failed.
Hey, Demonic, how are you,
To
sir?
resist a call to raw impulse
Sure, ma'am.
is a different
What is it
type
that you need a lot of help with?
Spare your wisdom. I know my strength, and when I prove it to the Council, I alone will lead the Horsemen. The 7 will be destroyed, along with their designs for a world far more hideous than the apocalypse we already know.
Very well. You will need this.
There it is. Force the Flame Hollow, my favorite power.
A flame hollow? For what purpose?
Even I am aware that there are times when sides must be chosen. Take this weapon, and know that I have chosen mine. But take heed, horseman. The universe has so many faces. Your survival depends on what you have learned. You must open your eyes eyes to much more than that which gazes back at you from the mirror.
Fine. Can we go now?
Not quite yet. There is the matter of Abraxas
Okay.
to discuss.
Yeah, man. I'll, as soon as the cutscene's over, I'll pop over and accept the film request, and
If Earth is to
you
remain
can tell me what it is you need help with.
dealt with. He threatens your balance. His very soul must be brought to me.
I see.
Okay.
And you want me to do it?
Who better?
I'll consider it. No guarantees.
Then you and your watcher be gone.
Alrighty, so now I got the flame hollow. Now we got a triangle attack, which is really cool. Alrighty. Alright, demonic. Alright, heading back. Alright, let me grab him. Okay. Alright, film request has been received. And I am going to join your party. Alright, I'm gonna fit the audio settings. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Let me fix my. Hold on. Let me fix my microphone. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. What's up?
The fire hollow. Something changes when I live.
Alright.
Power pulsing through my hands.
With the with Darksiders, yeah. I mean, I played all the games. Okay, what you? Okay, hang on. Let me get off the stream. Hang on one sec. Let me get off the stream. That way.